we all used to watch the likes of Roman Pierce, Dominic Toretto, Brian O'Connor, and God rest his soul, these Fast and Furious movies, and think, wow, manual transmission looks so cool and fast. Well, today I'm here to tell you that manual transmission cars are not only cool and fast, but also much safer and efficient than automatic transmission cars. Although there are some advantages that automatic cars may have over manual transmissions, such as driving in the city with a lot of traffic, having an easy and simple driving experience, or not having to replace the clutch every couple thousand miles, I strongly believe that manual transmission cars are indeed much more safe and efficient than automatic cars. The reasons are, but not limited to, the fact that manual transmission provides more miles per gallon than automatic transmission, and 2, manual transmission are cheaper to buy and repair, and lastly, manual transmission makes people drive more safely because it restricts them from doing anything else. First of all, I'd like to explain how manual transmission cars provide more miles per gallon than automatic transmission cars. According to Consumer Reports, an American magazine that publishes reviews and comparisons of consumer products, in January of 2013, cars with manual transmission average as much as 5 more miles per gallon than their automatic counterparts. A car performs best in the highest gears, in the higher gears like 3, 4, and 5, and nowadays up to 6. And the first 2 gears uses up the most gas. And however, automatic transmission cars computers are programmed so that they shift perfectly at the exact same gear, exact same RPM, which is revolutions per minute, no matter what gear you're on. Therefore, since stick shift can accelerate at a faster rate than automatic cars, and since people are still more intelligent than machines, if you just know how to shift your gears, you can manage a far better fuel economy if you just know how to, by quickly getting past the 2 gears. Now that you know why manual transmission cars provide more miles per gallon than automatic cars, let's discuss why cars with stick shift transmission are cheaper to buy and repair. When it comes to car repairs, one of the biggest and most expensive things is your transmission. An automatic transmission repair costs up to $3,000, whereas a manual transmission costs only up to $1,200 or $1,500, or even less if you get a hookup. And according to Armand Almeida from the automotive informative site carsdirect.com, in general, manual transmissions are much simpler in design than automatic transmissions and have fewer parts or components that can fail and cause transmission to not function properly. The only real common problem with the manual transmission cars is that the clutch needs to be changed every so often, depending on how heavy your clutch foot is. Additionally, stick shift cars are often more cheaper to buy than automatic cars. This is because car companies make manual transmission cars available in the lowest model, without power windows sometimes, or power locks, and keyless entry. And according to the online automotive information resource Edmunds, a brand new 2013 Honda Civic in manual transmission is up to $1,000 cheaper than the automatic version. Now that you understand why manual transmission cars are cheaper to buy and repair, I'll illustrate to you how stick shift promotes safe driving. Stick shift driving requires the use of both hands and feet, one hand on the wheel, one hand on the clutch, the gear, 1 foot on the clutch, and 1 foot on the accelerator. As a result, there is not a limb to spare while you're driving a manual transmission car. I remember when I used to drive a manual transmission car for 3 years, and then I recently started driving an automatic car again, and I realized I started doing things that I would never think about doing while I'm driving manual. Like I can put sauce on my burger. And I was reading a paper on the way to school while driving an automatic car.
Oh my God.
And nowadays I see whenever I see a lot of cars in front of me swerving and I pass them, I look at them and their eyes are looking down. Most of them are texting, and I already know he can't do that while driving a manual. And furthermore, according to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, a manual transmission reduces the rate of accidents per miles driven by a whopping 37%. So today I have demonstrated to you some of the reasons why manual transmission cars are much more efficient than automatic transmission cars, with the reasons being, but not limited to, the fact that manual transmission cars provide more miles per gallon than their automatic counterparts. Manual transmission cars are cheaper to buy and repair. And finally, that stick shift driving promotes safer driving. Today, there are so many distractions from our daily driving, such as our phones, our in-dash navigation, or even just food. As a result, we should switch our cars to manual transmission, because not only will it make you a safer driver, it is also cheaper and more efficient.
So Nathan, would you share your thoughts with us, please?
I totally agree with Martin on his perspective of manual transmissions. He's well spoken. The message was really clear on what he was trying to persuade us. He had a lot of citations that were really on point. It was easy to understand, and probably the one thing that he attempted to scan the audience, but he was mostly reading his notes. But that's about it. Overall, it was pretty good.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not that critical on the eye contact. I thought you did a pretty good job, but I could see that you had to look occasionally at the notes, but you look like you were talking to us for the most part. I thought that you did a nice job supporting your point. I thought it was really well organized and easy to follow. I appreciate the extra effort that you went into previewing, giving us a summary as you went from one point to the next, telling us where you were at any given point at the end of the speech. The conclusion did a very good job doing that. So like on a technical point of view, all of those things are spot on. You're doing exactly what you need to do. I thought that you introduced some good evidence into the material also, and the examples are fun. I think you could use a few more of those examples to illustrate the importance of what you're talking about, either in saving money, for instance, or on the first point on saving gas. I think you could maybe give us a couple of examples, maybe some estimate about what the cost would be, maybe even some environmental justification for that to make that point fly a little bit more. On the third point, I like look, it's pretty straightforward. You can't do a lot of those kinds of things if you're operating, if you've got to have both hands and both feet operating the vehicle. Here's a whole list of things that you can't do, and I think you had a couple of good references there. I think you could maybe embellish the stories a little bit, make them more interesting. I like the fact that you finished with the piece of data from the National Highway Transportation Administration. I thought that sells that point really well. So good content. Same sort of thing like I was saying just a minute ago with Kaylee. I think you need a little bit more to bump it up a bit and make it a little bit more muscular as a speech, but it was a little short, but not a lot, and there's a lot of stuff here that I think works really well. All right, thank you.